on, everybody? It is Elijah Muse here with Gifted Hands Music, and I want to welcome you all to the channel. Whether this is your first time visiting the channel or you are a regular here, welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. So we are starting off this New Year's. This is the first video of the New Year's, and we are going to be covering some jazz chords, specifically from Kim Burrell. So Kim Burrell is a gospel jazz artist, amazing vocalist, amazing accomplished pianist as well. And so she has a huge jazz influence on her gospel sound. So today we're going to be looking at some chords that she plays from a song, and we're going to figure out what exactly she's doing. And then we're going to take some concepts from the song as well and figure out how we can apply these jazz influences, jazz chords and concepts, how we can apply them to gospel songs, both traditional and contemporary. Okay, so let's get right into this lesson, y'all. All right, so you just saw the chord progression, the Kim Burrell chord progression that we are going to be breaking down today. Now, it looks complex, but we're going to make it very simple for you all. And the chord progression that I just played was an intro for the song, But There's Something About That Name. And so this chord progression can really be used as an intro for any traditional, any contemporary gospel song that starts on the 1 chord, right? Because we're going to the 1. So all of this, all of that is a big progression or a long path to take me to the 1 chord. So we are going to be in the key of D flat today. We have 5 flats in the key of D flat, okay? And so let me just break down this progression for you, show you exactly what it is that I'm playing, okay? So the first chord that I'm playing is a B flat sus 4. So this is the first voicing, and I'm rolling from the B flat, well, to the B flat from the A flat. So I got that. And then I'm playing this right here, a D diminished 7 chord. This is how I'm voicing it. This is just a diminished 7 without the F. Okay. So the way I look at this though is, so my 6 in D flat is B flat, right? So I look at this as a sus 6 chord to a dominant 6 chord. But then when I'm playing it rootless. So this is sus B flat to B flat dominant, rootless. Okay. And then that takes me to the 2 chord. And you can play this however you want, but I'm playing the E flat minor 11. You can play it like this, but I like to add in that A flat, that 11. It thickens it up. So after you have the E flat minor, your 2 chord, then you're gonna go to a D triad. You're playing D triad in both your left and your right hand. Okay? D triads in your left and your right, but the A is on the bottom. Okay, so, but there's something, and then we have about, so hit the A flat, and then I slur up to this F from the E flat, so E flat, E, F. And then after I do that, I land on an E flat 13 chord, E flat dominant. So this is what I'm playing, E flat and D flat at my left, G, C, and F in my right. Then from there we go to here. And this is, I'm looking at it as an A flat dominant chord. So this is my 5 chord, looking at it as an A flat 7. So I'm not playing the 3rd though, or else it'd be this. But I'm just playing A flat, G flat, my flat 9 of this chord, and the 5. And once again, I'm rolling from D flat to E. Okay, so, but there's something about, and then we have, so this little movement is just 1, 2, 1, 7, 1. Okay, D flat, E flat, D flat, C, D flat. And then after you do that, I fill it in with this D flat major 7 chord. D flat, C, A flat. Okay, we got that. Then I have an F7 flat 9 chord, and this is a 3 chord, my 3 chord in D flat. That. Then that goes to, this is my 6 chord, which is B flat. So I'm playing B flat and F in my left hand, and then my right hand is doing this little movement, moving in minor thirds, A and C to B flat and D flat. That's over this in my left. Okay, and if you're wondering, this right here is taken from like a B flat melodic minor scale, because it has, this is a B minor chord, right? But it has this major 7th in it. So if you're wondering where this comes from and why it has such a dissonant sound, that's because it's taken from a melodic minor scale, which, just quick lesson, is your 1, 2, minor 3rd, 4, 5, major 6, major 7, 1. Okay? So that's a melodic minor chord, kind of taken from that scale. And then we hit this 2 chord, which is E flat 13, playing E flat and D flat in my left hand, and a quarto voicing in my right, G, C, F. And that gives me E flat 9, 13. So after we hit this E flat 13, then we go to an A flat 13 sus. This is a big chord right here. So I'm playing A flat and G flat in my left hand, and this is my 5 chord. A flat and G flat in my left, B flat, D flat, F, and B flat in my right hand. Then I do this. Okay. So I hit this chord, A flat by itself, and then resolve to this A flat 13 with a flat 9. So to make this easy, you just play an A flat 7 in your left, your 1, your 3, and your flat 7. Then in your right hand, you play an F triad inverted. So that's first inversion of F triad. So that whole movement, the sus to your 13 flat 9, your dominant chord. And then you can go to the 1. So let me play that all together. All right, so that is the whole progression. And now that you have that, I'd say practice that, get that down. Like I said, you can use that in any traditional song, really, or contemporary song that goes to the 1. So everybody loves Amazing Grace. We play that all day, every day, right? So let's say we were playing Amazing Grace in D flat major, right? And I wanted to use that, or some iteration of that chord progression that we just learned, right? So I could do, so that would be a way to kind of use this chord progression in a different song, right? So that was using it as an intro to Amazing Grace. And so if you're wondering what I just did, after I learned the chord progression, what I did was I had to break it down and understand it deeper so I can use it with other songs, not just with this song, right? So this chord progression, essentially what's happening is you have 6, you have your 6 chord, because we're in D flat major still. So you have your 6 chord, which is B flat. So they're going from sus to dominant, 6, 2, right? And then back to the 2, but this time the 2 is dominant, to the 5, 1. And then what? We have 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. All right. So now she made it, Kim Burrell, when she was playing this, she made it seem very fancy, right? She added a bunch of chord alterations and modal substitutions. So really, if you break it down and simplify it, this is what you have: 6, 2, 5, 1. And what is this? This is just you jumping in fifths, right? 6, 2, 5, 1. Those are just a bunch of movements of fifths. And so what I've learned from this is that in any song, I can use this pattern of 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So there's this thing that's called just a cycle, essentially a cycle of fifths, which you can use in any key. And this is something that I suggest all musicians, especially like if you're a gospel or a jazz musician, I suggest that all musicians learn how to play this cycle in every single key, because it's so useful when it comes to playing passing chords and embellishing songs and adding fullness to a chord progression or to a song. And so this progression is just essentially the cycle of fifths, which is what I'll put on the screen. But essentially what it is you go from your 2 chord to your 1 chord, or sorry, you go from your 2 chord to your 5 chord to your 1 chord to your 4 chord, 7, 3, 6. So I'll do that one more time. 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. All right. Now this is what I like to call the cycle of fifths, going around in fifths, but staying diatonically in the key of D flat or whatever key you're in, right? And so if you sign up for our Gifted Hands Academy, I have a more in-depth lesson on this. All right, so I'm not going to spend too much time explaining exactly what this chord progression is, but what I am going to do is just give you a few examples of how to play this in different keys. I'll play it in 3 different keys, just to show you how the exercise works, okay? So let's start in D and then we'll work our way up. Okay, so like I said, the progression is 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. Okay, so let's try that in E flat now. So yeah, the 2 to the 5 to the 1 to the 4 to the 7 to the 3, 6. Okay, one more time, a little bit simpler. 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. Okay, so that is it in E flat, and then we'll do one more key. We'll do it in E major. So here it is in E major. We have 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6. One more time. All right, so that is the whole exercise. You can mess around with that, kind of figure it out on your own. If you want a more in-depth lesson on that exercise, exactly how you can apply it to other songs, how it helps in understanding keys, and how to use it on a deeper level, then check out our Gifted Hands Academy. There is a much longer lesson dedicated to the cycle of fifths and the circle of fifths as well, and just how that works and how you can bring it all together. So I hope you all enjoyed this lesson today. Hope you got something out of it. This is going to be a great year. 2020 has just begun. Happy New Year's to everybody. We have a lot of great content, a lot of great lessons and tutorials that are coming to you very soon. So stay tuned. Please share it with your friends, with your family. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and let all your fellow musicians know what we have going on here at Gifted Hands Music. But until next time, I will see you all. Have an amazing day.